You gonna do the drum roll, bro?
Yeah.
You gonna do the drum roll? Here we go. Put down some drums. Put down some drum roll. Here we go.
Welcome to TDM.
That was awful drum roll, bro. You gotta work on your drumming skills. Alright, y'all, we got a couple special guests with us today. I'll let them introduce themselves. Right here on my far right, we got
Willie B, workout junkie.
He just introduced himself like an R&B singer.
I'm Amber, aka the Marshall, aka Mom, because I clean up after all these mugs up and workout junkie.
Don't let her lie to you. Do not let her lie to
Ain't
you.
nobody lying.
Look, you can tell she
AKA
lying.
Juicy Booty, you know what I'm saying? Looking like a whole meal up there.
She said the whole meal, not a snack.
Chicken, veggies, and the rice.
Yo,
And the rice.
don't forget about that rice, the jasmine rice. Oh, man.
Jasmine, all organic.
Woo!
All organic. Oh, man. Y'all so jealous. Matter of fact, I had rice this morning. It was good, too.
What's
It was
it?
some Spanish rice.
What did you have with it?
What do you mean? Oh, some veggies. I had some potatoes. What else was in it? Potatoes, carrots, tomatoes.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Beans.
Damn.
It had some
You
beans
name
in
it.
it.
You name it.
It had some beans and I think it was not ground turkey, ground beef.
This is
'Cause I'm not
a
what's it called?
triple non-fat, no whip, baby.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Oh.
See, she talking about how juicy she is. Then she gonna go basic on that.
Yeah. All the way basic.
I.
Yo, what I
Starbucks been doing this for a hot ass minute. Ain't no basic nothing about that.
would I be wrong if I just comment, say like come in the gym?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
On this picture?
No.
No.
Let me see.
Especially not when she sees what you look like. She don't think, oh baby, I'm gonna come in that gym, daddy.
So you get a little lesson on how to get a couple of clients from Amber. She
You
said,
ain't
make sure
saying
she
looks
look
bad
good.
at all.
Huh?
You ain't saying that she looks bad at all.
Let's talk about
Some people would think they're like, I'll be like,
Talk about
Oh,
what?
if
How-
she's
how
on
you
her
get
cycle,
clients?
if she's not.
Okay, let's talk about how to get clients. Here we
Will,
go.
how do you get clients?
How you get clients,
do you
Will?
get your clients?
All you have to do is stand up and pull your shirt up. That's all you gotta do right now.
slide in them DMs. Slide in them DMs.
Okay, so whose DM do you decide to slide in?
I mean,
Anybody and everybody.
Like, what vibe do you go off of? Like,
What
how do
vibe?
you know to
I-
go in their DMs?
I have no chill. No chill. Like, I'll slide in anybody's DM. Shit should be your mama, your daddy. I'll slide in any of them. It don't matter. If I think that I can change your life and get you right, I'm sliding. Slide. Off top. No hesitation.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Miss Marshall, what do you do to get your clients?
You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of sliding DMs, but hold on, I gotta be careful. Because women, they're really defensive, and men are like, oh, what up? You trying to hit? Like, no, I'm not. I really just want to see if you want to change your life and get healthy. Make your little heart healthy, you know what I'm saying? Because not every skinny person is healthy, not every fat person is unhealthy. And we forget that. So I just, hey, how you doing? Thank you for adding me. My name is Amber. I'd love to get to know you better. Do you have any fitness goals you want to achieve? And go from there. So they know I'm professional and I'm a sweetheart. So we get in the gym and then we'll get killed by
Yeah, I mean, DMs, that's where it goes down. Also,
Where you go down.
also, I do a lot of video posting, so
Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
just, what else do we do? We do the podcast, that's a way of getting clients. There's all different types of ways to get clients on social media, but the videos, people commenting on my post or something, or, go in their DMs, hit them up, so,
You gotta step out there and do
you
it.
gotta get it how you get it.
Step out there, hustle.
Real.
Step out there and do it.
What approach have you found the most successful? Like when you're going into somebody's DMs, like what's your
I mean, like,
What do you mean by
a lot. Like I just go to people like once I see you like look. Oh, I kind of like do it as like when people like see my posts like my feed, and I go off like no lie. I just look at like their body like what they look like, and then be like, oh yeah, you interested because you looking at all my posts, you looking at everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, bingo, pick them up.
Especially if they comment. If they got a comment, then definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, comments too. Yeah.
And it takes 8 to 10 contacts with a person for them to even decide to sometimes reply to you or to come in and have a face-to-face.
Most majority of the time, they're not gonna come. They're not gonna come to you like they looking at your feed. They looking for you like come to them like
Yeah.
Like, so outside of social media, you.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that too.
Well, what do you do outside of social media?
Like I'm like how I market. Like I ain't gonna lie. I went to McDonald's today. I got me a there's some things called
Frank Griddle?
Frappe?
not frappe, but the one with the fruit.
A parfait?
Parfait. Yeah, parfait.
You hear that, guys? Parfait from McDonald's, still keeping it healthy. He didn't end up leaving with no fries.
And then
I mean, I don't know how healthy that yogurt is, but
I
continue.
don't know. I ain't gonna lie though. This morning it didn't look like I was like it's like whipped cream. Like
Was it like my salad from Wendy's the other day? My salad from
Nope.
Wendy's.
yeah, it was bad.
Hey! it was bad.
Yeah, but I was at McDonald's like this morning. Like I was just like, bro, like you like working here still? Like yeah, cool. Just making conversation, small talk conversations. Like yeah, bro, I work at workout junkies down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever looking to come get in the gym? Cause he was like kind of big.
Yeah.
Come gym, just let me know. Took my contact information, my phone number. I'm like, it was like shit. Let's go.
I'm telling you, I did the same thing. I was at, matter of fact, 7-Eleven right here, the girl with the lashes, really cute girl. She was like, hey girl, what you doing? You in here again? I was like, yeah, you know, I work at the gym right there. She was like, for real? I said, yeah, you should come see us sometime. Well, then my name, my number, and gave it to her. So. Oh, same thing happened at CVS too. Girl, yeah, the girl at the checkout, she was like, oh my god, I really love your shape. I was like, thanks girl. She was like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I'm a trainer in a gym. She was like, oh, so like you train? I said, yeah, come see me, come check me out. I got you.
So what are some of y'all, now this is going to be a two-part question. Part one, how did you find your niche or decide what your specialty was? Or what you like? What led to you finding that?
Like special tourism, like what?
Like as far as like who you like your style of training, like who you target and all of that, like.
For me, it's because of my own experience. So I was in the military for almost 12 years. And when I got out, I mean, I had my mom for my support system or whatever, but I was also going through a divorce at the same time I got out of the military. And I was huge, y'all. I was like almost pushing close to 260. It was bad. And so I was really depressed. And so I was like, I need to make a change. And the meds I was on were killing me. They were making me like a zombie. And I was so lazy. And one day I just got sick of it. And I quit my meds cold turkey, which is not safe. Don't do that. Especially SSRIs and SSNIs. Don't ever quit those cold turkey. Big mistake.
So when you say you're in the military and you're 260, were there no requirements that they wanted you to?
So I was med boarding out. So I had gone through a traumatic event. I'd been at redeployments. I had just had my 6-year-old at the time. He was not even 1 yet. And they started my paperwork to med board me out. So, and it wasn't until before I got out, I was 220. And then after I got out, it just got so much worse. I went through a huge depression and everything else. And then like I said, I had my mom for my support or whatever, but this was enough. And so finally I just went to the gym. I actually went to Gold's Gym. I dropped $3,000 that day. I paid for a year membership up front and for 6 months of a trainer up front. Because I was like, I need to make a change. I can't keep doing this. I want to be healthy. And I just did it. And I still struggle with depression, still struggle with anxiety, but I just hit the gym. And the fact that we're 24 hours is huge because I can just come here if I'm having a moment or I can't sleep or I'm having an issue. And so it's like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I want to help people like my trainer helped me. I want to have impact. I want other people with mental illness to know that they don't gotta pop pills 24/7 or turn to substance abuse or something else. They can just come to the gym. They can work out, release those happy endorphins, and look at hot dudes, sexy ladies.
That's pretty set. Yeah, that's motivation in its own.
So that's why I decided to stay in the fitness industry.
So, would you say like that, like your niche or who you work with the most would be people trying to get bounce back and stuff like that?
Yes, from anything in life. Like if you know you were a better you at one point, come see me. We'll get back to that. Matter of fact, we'll make it even better. We'll rebuild you. So that's what I'm all about. Rebuilding the new you is what Healthy Obsession is about. It's becoming obsessed with yourself. Because a lot of times when people go in a funk or they gain weight or they're not to the muscle capacity they want, it's because they've lost part of themselves. You have to still do self-care and take care of yourself so you can take care of other people, regardless of whether you're kids or whether you're single, no matter what. You have to be able to contribute to the world somehow, and you gotta take care of yourself first. So definitely, my demographic is definitely people who are struggling, just need that push. I got you, come see me. You're gonna leave feeling empowered and stronger and healthier, guaranteed.
What about you, Will? What would you say? What's some of your story?
How I train? How I train?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I like that one.
He's like, I'm not gonna. It's like I can't do whatever.
Oh, you don't want to tell your story, my bad.
It ain't gonna be as good.
Yeah, how do you follow that up?
Hey, y'all.
I've just always been like that athletic type person. Like, I'm always like on the go, like trying to go, like do something. So energy is what I like to give out. And like when I train, like I do like more like high intensity workouts. So I'm trying to make you like sweat. I'm trying to make you like go.
So what type of clientele do you think you try to target, or is there a certain type? Or?
Target wise, I mean like, yeah, I target like I target like people that's like really like trying to get like lean, like put on like lean muscle, trying to burn calories, lose weight.
I
actually haven't had like a bodybuilder.
So a lot of the clients you attract already have some kind of good structure going, or would you say like where are they fitness wise when they come to you? Like are they?
Where are they fitness wise?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know, actually. It's like kind of like 50-50. Like, on like, some people, they know what they're doing, but like, they just don't know how to push themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then some people don't know what they're doing. And you push yourself. I don't know.
But you know what I noticed about your training style, Will, for real, is that you really do cater to your client. You will have 3-4 clients in one day, and you don't give each of them the same exercise. You give them each a different exercise. And I love that about you. Because you have your one bigger guy. You give him a complete different workout to the girl who wants to keep fucking.
Yeah.
Which is so
awesome. Yeah. I mean, I actually was thinking about that yesterday, because like, I don't like try to like do like the same thing. Like, I try to like split it up, like everything. Like I go off like visualize, majority we go off visualization, like on what you can do. So it's like, okay, like he's a bigger set guy, so we're gonna put him on this one instead of like she's like smaller, so she can probably got a little more endurance.
Yeah.
No.
And that's what makes a good trainer is being able to look at somebody and be like, okay, this is exactly what I need to do with them. This is exactly what's going to get them towards their goal that they're working on. So.
So what do you guys do to determine your set
This
resume?
was y'all podcast.
I don't know.
Hey,
That's a special guest, so we gotta
hey, yeah,
answer
yeah,
those
special
questions.
guest. They gotta get to know y'all.
They
Hey,
know
what do
us.
y'all know about them? Nothing. Nothing. They want to know.
Okay. So what was the question?
So, like I was asking, how do you determine, like, what is your criteria for working with you? Like, if I came to you, like, how would you know if we were a good
Oh,
fit? Or do you just work with whoever wants to work with you?
Well,
Yeah, to a
first
certain
you got
extent.
first. I mean, like you assess them first.
I always give an assessment.
Yeah.
But when a client comes to me, okay, so for instance, like I also train on Tinker, and I have a client on Tinker, and she is the most hot and cold client I've ever had in my life. So I finally had to say, hey, once you go to these 3 classes, because we offer classes, and I was like, once you go to these 3 classes consecutively, and I go to my instructors and I see your name signed on there for 1 week, then I'll start training you again. Because the worst thing for a trainer is if you come for 2 weeks, don't come for a month, and come for 2 weeks and don't come for a month. That is the worst. You're killing yourself and you're wasting our time. So I don't put up with that. So pretty much, if you're dedicated and you want to put some work in, hard work, then yeah, come see me. But the other thing is diet. Like, I can tell when most of my clients are female. So especially with women, don't come to me hungover. Because I can tell that your face is puffy, you sweaty, you clammy. Don't do that. I'm going to make you throw up at least 4 or 5 times.
And no sympathy.
No.
Yeah.
None. And you gotta eat right. So, because if you don't, it doesn't make any sense. It's the 80-20 rule. Don't come in and kick ass for that 20% of the time you're with me, but then leave and you just eat however you want, sleep whenever you want, and have that type of lifestyle for the other 80%. Because truth be told, we're only 20% of the formula. The other 80% is all on our clients. So, but other than that, anybody, red, yellow, black, and white, I love them all. Come on in.
What are some things that you do to help people when they're not with you? Like, what is something that you would do to help them in that other 80%?
Oh, I'm like their second spouse. Good morning. How are you? How's your day? What's up? How's your meal plan going? Did you eat healthy today? Make sure you make good decisions. See you later. After our workout, good job today. You really pushed yourself. Proud of you. Things like that. Just so they know that my clients aren't just my clients. They're my family. They're my people. I'm taking care of them. I take pride in the fact that they have selected me to help them achieve a goal as important as becoming healthy again, mentally, physically, emotionally. I take pride in that. That means a lot to me. So I let them know that they're special to me, because they are. Their success is just as much my success as is theirs. If that makes any sense.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, it's cool to see, you know, that aspect of it, like, you know, how she texts her clients, because, you know, me, I don't text I'm not babysitting. Like, if my client can't do the workout, but I target a different group though. Like, you know, I'm bodybuilding, so you know we're
I
talking.
don't babysit my clients.
Well, the good morning text, have you ate your meal? Like they know they need to eat that meal.
Yeah, but
So,
everybody,
you-
that's
you-
what
you
they
get more
hired me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
They
it's cool to see that aspect
hired
of how
me
you.
because they need that extra push. They need
Yeah.
that best friend that's not their best friend.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Most
cool to
people's
see
best
that.
friends would be like, "Yeah, girl, that looks really good." Like, oh my god, like no, I'm not best friends would be like, "Baby, don't wear that outside. Don't do that. That's me. That's me. I got you."
Yeah, it's cool to see that aspect though, because I'm like, you know, I give my clients a plan, and if they don't follow it, you know, I'll let them know, like, hey, you know, this is why you're not getting results. Here's your measurements. You know, I know you're not eating right, and what do you want to do? Do you want to take this serious, or do you want to do something different?
Yeah, see, so it's cool to see the full spectrum, because, like, all right, so you don't do none of that. Me, I'll have them a goal for the week, like, hey, let's try to eat 2 consecutive days clean. Eat clean for 2 consecutive days. No sweets, no nothing. No mess ups. Or if it's somebody that has, like, they're trying to break off soda, I'm like, all right, for the rest of this week, we're only going to have 1 soda a day. Like, you know, set little goals like that, but I don't stay on them with it. I'll ask.
Right.
And then we got you, where you like, in the morning, hey, you know, get going, and then, so it's cool to see the spectrum and how, like, different things work for different people.
Right, and you just gotta set aside time. Like, Reed got me on these motivational videos now. So when I wake up in the morning, instead of opening my phone and going on social media, I open my phone, play my video, get my butt out of bed, I'm gonna be great today, and then I stop what I'm doing. Typically after I'm ready, like right before I put my shoes on to leave the house, I take 10 minutes and just text my clients or my mom, somebody like that.
First thing I wake up.
Yeah, I need to change what I do.
You say you're gonna go eat. Speaking of food,
Instead of having them DMs.
some water.
First thing when I wake up.
First thing.
Hey, I need to change what I do in the morning because I usually wake up, go in the shower, I play the weekend. So, you know, I'm in the shower just, you know,
We don't need to know
hitting those
what
high
you do in the
notes.
shower.
You know, I'm in that D'Angelo, you know, that, you know, R&B mood before I come to the gym. I need
Oh
to,
my god.
I need to start listening to motivational speeches.
I mean, you know what's funny is I used to just clown them. I used to be like, motivational speeches, whatever. Like, who needs those? They're all fake. They're all fun. No, that shit's real. And it's funny because people are like, they're designed to be applicable to everybody. No, they're not. They're not. If you are going through something in your life and you listen to a motivational speech and you can apply it to your life, that's because it needs to be applied. It's because you need that help. It's
Yeah.
because your mind is in need of some guidance. Not because it was designed that way. It's like church. You go to church, you're like, oh, I feel like the Lord is speaking to me. Yeah, of course, the Lord's always speaking to you. You're just finally listening right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Wait,
That's
okay,
good
so wait.
information.
So wait. Hold on, let me understand this. So motivational speeches are or are not targeted to multiple people.
Are.
They
They
are
are.
targeted to
Yes.
multiple people.
They're
That's
designed.
how you take it. Like,
Yes, exactly. They're designed for you to interpret and apply it to your life. A good motivational speaker will give a speech to a crowd of 100,000 people, and each and every single person in that crowd should be able to apply what he's saying to their own life.
It's different. Everybody has a different mindset.
Exactly.
Like, shit. Motivation could be to somebody, dang, I should have put that peanut butter on this sandwich.
Right.
Or you could be like,
I didn't
I don't
need
need that.
I didn't need to eat that whole
Yeah,
sandwich.
Yeah, y'all talk to the person that listens to the same speech and y'all both heard different parts of the
yeah,
speech.
exactly.
And that's really what it is. It's like Reed will send me a speech to listen to in the morning because he knows what part of my journey I'm on right now. And so I'll listen to it and he'll be like, what'd you get from that? And I'll say this, he's like, oh, I ain't pay attention to that. I heard this. And we compare notes because
Yeah.
that's really what it is. So
Do you send your clients motivational speeches?
no, they don't pay me enough for that yet.
Okay.
Get your ass up. I said that.
Well, okay, so what are some things that you do to keep your clients motivated?
And that depends on the client.
That's what I'm saying. So what are some things that you do to keep
I have one airman. I love her to death. She is my boo-boo. She's doesn't really need a whole lot of motivation, but I can tell when she goes through her slumps or when she's starting to lag on her meal plan. So I'll bring her in and give her a harder workout than normal. Like really push her. And she thinks, oh, it's because I ate this weekend. No, it's because I knew what you ate, and so I added 150 more reps than I did the last workout because I want you to stay motivated. You gotta stay challenged. But I have another client, and I motivate her just by letting her know I'm proud of her for coming in because she was a cancer. So for her, her journey is completely different. So with her, I'm proud of her just for making it through these front doors. And we
I
go
think I
from
met
there.
her before. What was her name?
Tiffany.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm proud of her just for making it through these front doors because at the end of the day, if I had cancer, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'd be out there doing whatever I wanted to do. But she knows that her journey will be a little less difficult if she's more healthy. So that's why she wants to get into as much as possible.
I like that.
What do you do to motivate your clients?
I'm in their ear. Like, I mean, like, what kind of motivation? Like, it could be like motivation in the gym, outside the gym. Anyone?
To keep on their journey.
Keep on the journey?
Don't answer
No,
that.
that's not an answer.
We don't answer that. Black folk don't answer when they handle this.
So
Black folks don't answer what they heard.
Yeah, like, you know,
I think I just like, I'm more like a in-face person, like motivation. Like I'm like always like, let's go, you can do more. Come on, let's push. You know what I'm saying? Like you pushing your, I'm helping you. Well, I don't know how I can say it. Like you helping, kind of like helping yourself. Like so, I mean, like you don't have to be. I'm telling you to push harder, but you don't have to push harder. But
There's strength
you
in
know what I'm
that
saying?
mentality.
Yeah. I'm just in here.
during the workouts, my clients know, because I'm so nice. Like, I'm never going to be like, really? That's all you got? No, I'm never going to do that. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And like I said, the majority of my clients are female. So I tell them, you are doing great, but I do need you to do this, and this. You're doing amazing, but next step, we're going to kick it up a notch, okay? Move faster. You can go better than that. You can go harder than that. I think that during the workout, because
See, it depends on who I'm working with. It depends on what you tell me your goal is. Because if you tell me your goal is to make it through hell, then I'm going to put you through hell.
of course, yeah.
But if your goal is, you just trying to get fit, you're just trying to look good, then, I ain't got to put you through hell, and I ain't got to tell you. But, like, you trying to be a CrossFit champion, you got to go through hell. Like, if I'm telling you that's all you're moving, and I know that you are sandbagging, if I know you sandbagging, I'm going to tell you, what are you doing? Like, you sandbagging, go grab some more weight, like, something like that. Like, I'm not going to let you cheat yourself. But on that same token, like, somebody that, like, they'll do the work, but, like, they'll, like, halfway through it, or they'll, like, whine or something, like, then I'm just kind of joking, like, I'll be more, I'll jest with them a little bit more, like, really, like, that's all you got, or, talking about, like, if they're starting to get to, like, a whine, because we have the sign out there, I'm like, man, it's getting really close, you about to hand me over $5, or something like that, you know, that it's not as serious, like, they didn't tell me they're trying to be a champion, because, you're not going to push a champion the same way you're going to push a contender, it's just not.
Of course.
It's a mentality thing, and you're not going to push, the mom that's just trying to snap back, I mean, she's not trying to compete or do anything like that, the mentality is just keep her going, keep her motivated, let her know it's hurting now, but you're going to have results later.
What really helps, and I actually learned this from sales. I used to sell gym memberships. You have to dig deep. When you do your assessment and you do your initial intake with your client, everybody comes and says the same thing. Oh, I just want to get in shape. Why? Because I want to be more healthy. Why? Because I want to look better. Why? I got my 10-year reunion. Okay, and I gotta look good. Why? And then finally, eventually, one of two things happen. They shut down on me, or they burst into tears. One of the two things happen. If they shut down on me and say, okay, that's all right, you know what? We'll dig a little deeper after our first few sessions. We'll find out. Because I know there's a deeper meaning behind it. You don't gotta tell me today. She'll tell me. And look at me like, don't know me like that. Next thing you know, 2, 3, 4 sessions later, I gotta lose this weight. I think my husband's cheating on me. Or I gotta lose this weight. I'm tired of being depressed. Or I gotta lose this weight. My mom called me fat. Like there's always a deeper meaning. So once I know that deeper meaning, then that helps me to motivate them even more. I'll never throw the reason why they're training in their face ever. That's a huge no-no. Don't ever do that. However, I will remind them, remember why you're here. You're here because you don't want to be on medication anymore. You're here because you want to live every day. You're here because you want the energy to get out that bed every morning. You're here because you want to lose that weight. You want that revenge body. We don't need that man no more for cheating on you, but we want to have a revenge body to make him regret that cheat. You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Well, I'm glad you because what I was going to piggyback off of that is, one thing that I found is when you do find that meaning, if their meaning lies in another person or it's drawn from another person, I try to get them to shift that thinking, like,
Always.
like, no, I'm not trying to get healthy because I want to get my husband back. No, I want to get healthy
Yeah.
for me. You have to find,
Yeah.
like, he just, if you know, if you're trying to impress your husband or your wife, or you know, vice versa, that's just a byproduct.
Of
You know,
course.
that's just a side effect. That can't be the reason. The reason has to be for you,
Oh, yeah.
something within you. Because all right, so you're in the middle of getting better, and then all of a sudden, that person's no longer in your life. What keeps you going then?
A lot of times, and I don't know about males, but with females, it shifts automatically. Because something in their brain eventually, and not always, it clicks and they're like, I'm gonna put in this work, and girl, have you seen me in this mirror? You know, their confidence gets a little more. It starts to build. So the reason why they initially, hey, boss.
Yeah.
The reason why they initially came into the gym changes. It morphs as they morph. Coming into the gym and starting their workouts, yes, I want to look better for my husband or my spouse, or there's this dream guy, I'm just trying to get his attention. And then they realize, oh, well, I'm getting different male attention looking like this. It becomes their own journey instead of the journey for somebody else. A lot of times, not always. If they're struggling with that, then I give them a boost of confidence because they need that. I subliminally remind them, hey, you did great today. Your hard work is paying off. Because once they hear that enough times, it is my hard work, it is my journey. Then it, you know, they remember, oh yeah, I'm the one doing this for me, not somebody else. Someone else isn't doing it. I'm doing it.
What have you found with somebody that's getting ready for a show?
Somebody that's getting ready for a show, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. They have no clue whatsoever. You know, they come to me, you know, they show me pictures like, oh, you know, yeah, I want to look like that, you know, I want to get down to this body fat. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, because I know what it takes to get down to, you know, looking like a person in a magazine or something. You literally have to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way around it. You know, it's all fun and games once you start seeing, you know, your stomach, midsection gets smaller. But when you start, you know, getting them cuts and chisels, that's suffering right there. You have to go through a certain amount of suffering. You have to cut out, you know, your friends. You can't do nothing on the weekend. You got to literally lock yourself in your house and just, you know, just hope for the best. And then, you know, so when they start getting to that point, they're like, oh, you know, I've been feeling like this and I've been feeling like that, and I'm looking at them like, yeah. That's what you signed up for. That's exactly what you signed up for.
There's no more discouragement at that point.
No.
It's just you're on the right path now. That's what you feel.
You only got 8 more weeks. So.
You only have 8 more weeks. You feel like shit every day. Good job.
Hey, bro, you don't tell nothing.
No, yeah, I mean, motivate them and let them right next on stage. They went through the same suffering as you, so you got to make sure you're doing that extra 5 minutes of cardio, or you're pushing yourself past that extra rep, you know.
Okay, so let me flip it on. So what do you do? Like, how do you stay in the zone when you're going through that struggle, that hard? So what keeps you
There's
going?
a bunch of
Do you
things.
get grumpy?
I get real grumpy.
I'm gonna mess with you.
I download Candy Crush. so about 8 weeks out from the show, I download Candy Crush and I lay in my bed and I just, you know, that keeps my mind off of everything. I just play Candy Crush. That's one of the things. That's serious too.
Okay, Candy Crush.
And just knowing, like, so I'm taking pictures weekly. I'm always in the gym. So like seeing myself change, you know, weekly keeps me motivated too. So I know, you know, if I can look like this in 4 more weeks, I can look that much better.
So what would you tell somebody, like a single mom that wants to be a bodybuilder? She can't lock herself in a room and she can't just download Candy Crush pretend she ain't got no kids.
That's a good question. Yeah, she's gonna have to deal with a lot more than the average person. Yeah, I don't know.
That was supposed to stump you. You're supposed to give me a good answer.
Okay, so she just has to take on more. Her mentality just has to be that much stronger.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, there's no way around that.
Okay.
She has to feed her kids. You know,
All the
they're
food she
eating
can't
chicken
eat,
nuggets.
yeah.
So she has to stay on her meal plan while she's feeding the family and still doing chores around the house and all that stuff. So
You will never understand true willpower. I have a 6-year-old, he lives with autism. And we have to do the same thing every day. Not every child that lives with autism is the same, but for the most part, all of them need routine to bring them comfort and calm. So we do the same thing every day. Don't judge me, but yes, I do feed my child French fries every day. He gets his vitamins still, I promise. But the willpower of me not eating those French fries, it's like no other.
so that's an interesting topic. How does it help him if you routinely do stuff like that?
Oh, okay. So one of the factors of autism is repetition. We watch the same movie in the car every day. What was that?
I was gonna say, I kind of want to save that one because I feel like we can do a whole thing on her sharing her story on that.
Oh, okay.
I want to save that one too.
Yeah,
We gave y'all a lot of gems today. We can't just give y'all all the
Right,
gems.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So, catch us next week. We're gonna get Amber back on. She's gonna share more of her story with us. And remember,
And by that time, Willie might have already slid in the DM. So
Willie might have already slid in the DMs.
You better watch out now.
Yeah, and when it comes to fitness, remember, you can never
do too damn much fitness.
Woo! Get it.
Woo!